A movie can tell you a lot about who made it. It can highlight what a director values when telling a story, it can illustrate their knowledge of the medium, and it's a pretty good barometer of their skill as a director. Steven Spielberg's 1975 blockbuster Jaws is turning 50 this year, and I recently did a rewatch over Memorial Day weekend. Jaws is, in my opinion, a perfect film, but it's also a perfect window into Spielberg as a director, because he's not just a brilliant storyteller with a camera, he's also a true student of film. Well, he and his cinematographer Bill Butler. Butler worked on some major films during his career, including The Conversation, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and even Child's Play. But I wanted to highlight just how brilliant these two men were and how they filmed what, under any other director, might have been just a silly monster movie. First, there's the opening sequence, where Chrissy goes swimming late at night, unaware of what lurks beneath the water's surface. Though the atmospheres are different, the homage to 1954's Creature from the Black Lagoon is clear. Julie Adams' Kay is swimming happily in the river as the gill man eyes her from under the water. Meanwhile, Chrissy gets her laps in while a great white stalks its prey. And the shots line up here quite well. Next, we have this early shot of Chief Brody getting a phone call about the remains found on the beach. I've watched this scene a dozen times, and this was the first time I noticed its similarities to Frank Capra's 1934 comedy It Happened One Night. It's actually a perfect way to frame the scene because this is the moment in both films where the main protagonists are thrust into the story. Brody realizes there's a shark terrorizing Amity, and Peter Warren must come up with a story to save his newspaper career. Finally, I want to highlight this scene toward the end of the film as the shark breaches the surface and lands on the back of the boat. This shot has all the makings of a similar sequence in Disney's 1954 action-adventure film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, when the giant squid attacks the Nautilus. I think it might have felt a bit silly to see the shark wriggling on the back of the boat like that, especially if there'd been more shark in the film, as Spielberg had planned, but he knew by this point the audience was captive. They weren't going anywhere, and the lack of music in this scene helps sell the sheer terror of the beast emerging from the depths. If you like this little Film 101 course through the lens of Jaws, consider following me and liking this post. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the lobby.